Welcome to the channel, Jaden Chase. And if you're new, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Now, the police have confirmed that one individual has been detained following the Portmore bank robbery that took place on Sunday. Now, some are saying it's clear that they had inside information, seeing that following what took place on February, protocols were changed. So how could they now know the new protocols put in place for March? Now, I'm not going to say a clip of the extra precautions Beryllium security guards are now taking while servicing ATM machines, and they will continue reasoning. Look and listen. Now, Beryllium has also stated that there's no interest in encouraging a running face-off between its team and criminals by adding high-powered weapons to its armory, as this could further endanger its security officers and also the general public. I have to definitely agree with Beryllium on that. As I will say, these criminals targeted the Beryllium security guards and their vehicle in public spaces. A firefight between security guards and criminals would only increase the danger to public safety, as a worst case scenario is stray bullets from that shootout making its way to innocent bystanders. Overton was also the head of Jamaica Society for Industrial Security, said, "We do not want to start an arms race between the security industry and the criminal elements." He believes that certain aspects of security is a state responsibility, and it needs to be understood what a state responsibility is and what private sector operators' responsibilities are. Overton added, "When a M16, one in the hands of the criminals and one in the hands of the security guards," he was quoted as saying, "We know what the collateral damage is going to be. A lot of innocent people are going to be injured, and therefore I am very wary of escalating the situation to that level. I do believe that there is need for weapons that are able to lay down a certain amount of covering fire." But he said he could not agree with going to the caliber of 5.56 to match with M16s. Of course, you definitely understand, you must say. Basically, you must say, you don't feel like higher power weapons would be a deterrent to these criminals. Not if it is true that they have inside information and things of that nature. What he believes is that it would just be a major firefight and innocent bystanders would be injured because of the caliber weapons being used both by the criminals and then now by the security forces. Talk to me in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Seeing that these places where these robberies also took place have CCTV cameras, law enforcement is definitely making what they call headway in the case. And they do believe all suspects involved will be captured by law enforcement, so that a sense of calm can be returned to the minds of citizens. Now, on to the other stories making headlines today. Now, the attorney representing Patterson, the man charged with the murder of Anika Slickiana Townsend, was again denied bail after his attorneys exposed after glass was found blended in porridge allegedly served to the accused. Now, this is a major accusation made by his attorneys. Along with safety concerns, his attorneys also raised health concerns. The prosecution, however, painted him as a contrary figure with a violent history. Now, some have pointed out that we have seen law enforcement detain some of the most notorious individuals in Jamaican crime history. Individuals who were even accused of taking the lives of law enforcement or attempting to take the lives of law enforcement. We have never heard law enforcement try nothing like this. Because think about it. if he's in lockup and his attorneys are saying that glass was found blended in porridge, law enforcement are the ones where search any type of food being handed to inmates for contraband. People are also saying, keep in mind that Rashan also said that when he was initially taken into custody by law enforcement, he had evidence that would expose who really took the life of Slickiana Townsend, would also reveal or prove his innocence. Now, when this evidence was requested by law enforcement, another story from Patterson was that while he was being detained, an altercation took place, and the screen of the phone was now broken. But that wasn't the strange part. The strange part was Patterson then saying he was unable to now give law enforcement the evidence needed. Broken phone screen. Whenever you hear a broken phone screen stop law enforcement from retrieve any type of data off a phone. Even in this day and age, when somebody has a phone, and if it is a phone that the screen is readily available for, and not too expensive as compared to the phone itself, when people brought them phone screen where people normally do in third world countries, they replaced the screen. Some people might replace the entire phone, but if it's an expensive phone and the screen is not so expensive, or just at the right price, people replace the screen. Now, his attorneys also said that he was not a flight risk. But remember, initially people had thought that Patterson had fled overseas. And for a number of days, that was the illusion put forth in the media by Patterson, that he was overseas. Remember, Patterson contacted individuals in the media to give his side of the story. So with that scenario taking place, our team attorneys prove that he's not a flight risk. Patterson had also told his attorneys, his family members, and law enforcement that he would be turning himself in on multiple occasions. He didn't do so. Patterson was arrested after law enforcement found his location. Patterson did not give himself up, did not surrender to law enforcement, did not arrive at the station with his attorneys and his families as he said he was going to do. Law enforcement did have to track him down and find him. His actions also put another hard-working family man in a situation, as law enforcement said, and the individual confirmed that he did see Slickiana with Rashan Patterson. And I think law enforcement had interviewed him before or talked to him before, and he never tell law enforcement what he later told law enforcement. Charges were brought against him for his actions, even though law enforcement believe Patterson took the life of Slickiana by himself while at a guest house. For what reason, they're unsure. To date, he has still not confessed. He has maintained his innocence and has sought bail on multiple occasions. He was again denied, even though new concerns were raised by his attorneys against the state, I said, because of the nature of the crime. You know what I mean? The fact that the evidence suggests that he did it, but there was no guilty plea, so no signs of remorse. He eluded law enforcement for days, wasted valuable resources law enforcement could have used for tackle other crime or criminal issues. They made a search for this individual, while him a tell law enforcement and I give statements on social media say him I go turn himself in. I try to make law enforcement feel like him overseas and no longer on the island, hoping that they would have stopped search for him. But law enforcement was persistent, and without making all the information being presented to them known to the media. People are also pointing out that to date, The family of both Slickiana and Donnelly Lee Donaldson has received no justice in the form of any judicial ruling. The individuals accused of taking the lives of both these women have been denied bail though. And for one individual who was a former member of law enforcement, the state believes that even the training given to him by law enforcement was used in his criminal act. As for the accused in the Slickiana Townsend murder case, Patterson's bail has also been denied. And even though the attorney said that it was the prosecutors who made it seem as if Patterson had a violent history and was that type of person, and he was not, I guess the state still believes that based on information given by other females who have interacted with Patterson. They do believe that, for one, the bail cannot be granted. Of course, we get an update as soon as there's another update on the case. If you're new to the channel, click the subscribe icon, then the bell icon, and of course, put it on all. And this is how you know will be notified of all fresh content. As soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you right here on the platform. The like icon is also in close proximity to the share icon. Drop a like and bust a share. Tell a friend, tell them sister and them brother them for check out the channel, check out the reason, and also join the discussion. Now until the reason again, my sentiments for you and yours are for to live, love, and prosper. Now stay tuned.